All right, dudes, what's going down? I've just got a fresh 4.4 blender open here. So let's just select everything with A and delete. Reference photos. I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. So you know how to pull images off the internet. What we want is a blueprint, and I've just gone for the Iron Man Mark III just because I think it's the most basic one to do. So drag it in. There she is. So first thing we want to do, that's come in as a helper. So you can see this little box up here. What's it called? Editor type. Yeah, outliner. This shows us what sort of information Blender has brought it in as. So I'm just going to right click that and say convert to mesh plane. Whatever, accept that. We can't see it anymore because up here in the shading type, I'm going to hit this little button and select texture. Coolio. Now it's brought it in at a funny angle, so in the transform and Atom, I'm just going to put all those to 0. Put all those to 0. Com-C, com-Sa. Can you see my... Yeah, you can. They're a bit small. Let's make those bigger. 20. Still a bit small. 40. All right, sister, how's that? Cool. Rocking and rolling. Now, it's always a good idea when you're modeling the front to model it so you can see the x-axis, because basically that's the default in Blender when it comes to symmetry. So let's put this onto 90 degrees. Let's look at from the front view, and this dude is obviously the front. So with shift and right click, I'm going to put the cursor there. With the plane selected, right click, and let's put set origin to 3D cursor. All right, now I can center it again, and I'll put him on the ground in the front view. If I go shift S, cursor to world origin, go on. I'm also going to add, you might need to load it in here, but if we go to add-ons, have I got Rigify? Yes. If you haven't, put Rigify on. Whilst we're here, you're going to want Node Wrangler. There she is. Everyone uses that. Vital sister. Good. And the reason we're going to add a Rigify, if I go Shift A to add a, where the bloody hell is it? Human. There you go. It's just going to give us a rough idea of scale. No, we're not. Disregard that. I'm going to add a plane, tab into edit mode, press 3 to go on to face selection, select the face, G, Z, G, extrude even. I don't want it to be 2 meters tall. We'll make our character 2 meters tall. Come out of that, back into object mode, select the front. I'm going to go Alt-Z to go into, what's it called, X-ray mode. And then, because we moved the origin point of our Iron Man, he's going to basically scale from the origin point. So can you see where our box is? I'm just going to make his height 2 meters tall. Sweet as a nut. Now we need to get rid of that. That was basically just a measuring tool. All right, all right. I am meticulous at naming everything. So F2 front. And go back out of the X-ray mode. Is this definitely recording? Yeah. Shift D to duplicate, R to rotate, Z and 90 degrees. And that'll be the side view. So let's go onto the side view. Whenever you use this little up here, it goes onto orthometric view, which is perfecto. And we'll need one for the back as well. So Shift D, G and Y. Okay, cool. So that we'll double tap and we'll hit side. Oh no, not wide. That's me. Too many pies. Side. And this dude here is back. So that we'll call reference. You know what these are. These are collections. It'll become obvious if you don't know what they are very soon. So let's select our front. I'm going to hit the, whatever that key is, // just to isolate it, hides everything else for us temporarily. Front view, tab into edit mode, Control R to go into loop cut, and just chuck it about there. Chuck in another one about there. Select that face, Control I, select inverse, X for delete, F for faces. Boom. Love it. All right, princess. Back out of / mode, whatever that's bloody called. Do the same again. Go on to orthometric view from the side, tab into edit mode, Control R. If you don't want to do Control R, you can use that button there. And again, I'm just trying to get rid of all the information we don't need. 3 for face, select the face, Control I, select inverse. You can also do this up here, select inverse. Delete, which is X, and F for faces, baby. Alright, sweeter than that. Now what I'm going to do, tab into mode, select the face, G, Y to move it to like somewhere like there. So it's in the middle of our scene. Come out of the local view mode. Okay, it's lining up pretty well. Back view, once again, we'll go that way. I'm just going to repeat that whole exercise. Come see, come ça. GX. Now, we will need that mode because we'll have to line this up pretty well. But look, let's not get too carried away with this. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact. Yeah, whatever. That's fine, isn't it? All right. We're not going to use the back until later on. GY, move that out of the way a bit. GX, move that out of the way a bit. Cool. Now, with this, these reference pictures, they're not particularly high detailed when it comes to the face. I think, again, go onto your interweb, go on the line, as they say, and download a higher res blueprint. You know, type in, search up, as the kids say now, search up Iron Man Mark III blueprint helmet, whatever. This is what I came up with. You don't have to use the same ones as me. So again, it's brought it in as an empty, so I'm going to convert that to a mesh plane. I don't know what any of that lot means, so sod that. Let me zero out all of the positions, so on and so forth. Cool. So let's do the front first. So rotate X 90 degrees. I use this button a lot. The one underneath escape on mine is, I don't know what it is. It's got loads of little symbols on it, but the top left button, front, I'm using these all the time. And you know what I mean? It's really quick. You might get a bit dizzy, and apologies for that. So, Mr. Iron Man, let's put the pivot point about there. So shift right click, set origin to 3D cursor. I like it. Let's go into X-ray mode and move his face. I'm going to hide the back to about there. Cool. In fact, we can zero out the X. I don't know why. And I'm now going to scale it so our new sort of higher res helmet is about the right size. I love it. All right. We'll call that helmet dot front. Let's go Shift D, rotate Z 90. All right. So let's go left. Is it left? Yeah, that'll do. Actually, yeah, left. Okay. Tab into edit mode. G, Y. Can you see what the bloody hell is going on there? I can't see what's going on, but it's about that sort of size. All right, cool. So we've got front, we've got side. There's a back there. So let's change the name. Helmet. And dot side. Okay. I'll fast forward all this bit. I'm going to do it basically for all angles. Nothing new. So I'll just cut all this bit out because it'll bore you otherwise.